I had a very unhappy childhood, unfortunately. There was a lot of violence under my parents' roof. So I guess writing was my refuge. Yeah, so I started writing quite early. I would hide what I wrote, but I think what was really crucial, I had this wonderful 5th grade teacher who saw, I guess, my abilities with language. So one day he brought to class a notebook on which he wrote Le Cahier des Poètes in French, which means the poet's notebook. But he showed the notebook to the class and he said, but looking straight at me in the eyes, he said, whoever would rather stay in class during recess and write can do it in this notebook. And of course I was the only one who at recess didn't go to play in the playground with my friends. I didn't really have friends, so I stayed in class and I wrote in that notebook. So I guess that was, you can say that's how I started writing. Maybe the day I met the American poet Allen Ginsberg when I was 21 years old. I was taking a walk in the rain with a friend of mine. We didn't have much money at the time, and it's just, you know, wandering through the streets of the old city of Lyon, and then it started raining like really hard, and we had to take refuge somewhere. And there was this bookstore, and on the door there was this sign and said Allen Ginsberg is signing his books today, blah blah blah. And my friend said, "This is for you," and he pushed me inside. And it was, I mean, the event had taken place already. Allen Ginsberg had signed all the books already, and we were the last ones in line. So my friend told me, "Wait here," and I said, "I can't, I mean, I don't have any book of his, I don't even know who he is." And he said, "Wait," and he went in the store, he stole a book by Allen Ginsberg, he put it in my hands, and he pushed me to Allen Ginsberg and he said, "Have it signed, have him sign the book." And because I was the last one, we had time to talk, and so we spoke, and he asked me what I was doing in life, and I think he was the first person in the world to whom I said, "I am a poet." So, and then I read all of his work, of course, and it really influenced me. It opened my mind, it opened my views about poetry. It taught me so much. It taught me about the freedom, and it also taught me about being very precise in my writing. I think you should read a lot of poetry, and not only poetry, just read a lot. I mean, I would not be able to write a single line without my family of poets and writers looking over my shoulder. As a writer and a poet, you are very lonely. I know that for me, I can only write in solitude. So it's a very lonely business, lonely work, writing. Poetry is a conversation with yourself, right? You write a poem, you basically are talking to yourself, telling yourself things. But it is important to confront the world with your thoughts and yourself. It is important to meet your readers. It is important to meet other poets and see different types of crafts, I guess. I guess diversity? Yeah, it's so rich, and there's such an array of, you know, different types of poets and poetry. So yeah, I would say diversity.